I got a couple of messages on YouTube and I want to go ahead and respond to them. So I want to explain to people that don't know before I answer the question on YouTube. So opioid withdrawals are similar to heroin withdrawals. So when people say that it's very difficult for them to get off of opioids, it is very difficult because you have this feeling of sickness. You feel like you're running a fever, your body temperature is off. Oftentimes you have other issues such as like issues with your kidney, dehydration, sometimes like urinary issues also. So you have that pain in your stomach, pain in your back. When you're going through withdrawals, you can also experience restless leg syndrome where your legs are aching and you feel like you can't walk. Runny nose, watery eyes, those are, very minor. Tiredness, headaches, body aches, just overall just feeling bad. Diarrhea, and that's something that's also common with alcohol also. When people are consistently taking opioids, it's because they don't want to go through that sickness. And that sickness can last for days, weeks even. And even when you are off of the opioids, you are still going to experience some cravings and the anxiety of feeling like you need it to get rid of this feeling. So this is the first one. Shrooms are supposed to have good benefits, but to actually try doing it with a healthcare worker. I do know people that do them and, they say they have spiritual awakenings. Even with doing it with a healthcare worker, as an addict, we could take those things and run with it. For me, it's a no. The next one right here, Kratom ruined your life. I know exactly how you feel. I've been there. I am there. And I know for a fact, if you got the willpower, you can go ahead and rebuild. That's the only thing we could do is rebuild. Don't look back at what it used to be, what you used to have, and what's gone. Only thing we can do is just keep going. Nobody ever said that to me that Kratom did that. I have seen videos online of people having bad reactions. The man that was in a store, he told me himself, now that I remember, he told me that people were coming up there and saying like, what did you give my baby daddy at the smoke shop? He's having a bad reaction, he's going crazy. I wouldn't believe that these are things that they're selling in the store. You don't even need an ID to go get it. So I get it. I've also seen videos of people out of the country like losing it. If you can remember back in the day when Spice first came out, how they were saying people was chewing people face off, like those are the type of videos that I've seen of people that have so-called had Kratom. We never know what it was. We didn't take it. We don't know. You think that would stop me from ever trying it? No, I still did. Because I thought that it was going to be something that will stop this feeling that I was having. It's recommended by somebody that I knew. Somebody told me, like, it's not as bad as that and da-da-da-da, So I don't take recommendations no more. I want to say, it's never good to be recommending absolutely no type of drug. I don't care what it is. I get that there are benefits to a lot of these things or whatever. Kratom is something that is, supposed to be natural. This is something that's grown or whatever, but you never know what type of reaction anybody could have. So the next YouTube question that I am going to answer is this one. How did I get through my withdrawals? So the way that I was able to get through my withdrawals mostly was from taking the subs. So if you didn't hear my previous video, I mentioned that I was in a virtual recovery group. The virtual recovery group I had been in for about a year or two, and they had been providing me with subs. I wasn't taking them how I was supposed to. So the reason I wasn't taking them because I was having like either allergy symptoms. They said it was withdrawal symptoms, but it was more so allergy symptoms to me. I first started off with the tablets, and then they gave me the sublingual films. So my nose used to be running, eyes watering, sneezing, more so allergy symptoms. It was horrible. I couldn't take that medicine or whatever, so I had them switch me over to a different brand or whatever. One of the other doctors finally said, okay, well, let's try you on something else. This is all we offer. We don't offer methadone, so we can put you on Zubsolv. So ever since I had got on that, I was able to take the subs I was supposed to. It helped me with the withdrawals from the opioids because they say that you're not supposed to take them together, but somebody in a group said go ahead and take it. And they aren't no healthcare professional, but who knows better than a person that has gone through it? You feel me? The healthcare workers, they couldn't help me through it. This is virtual. Y'all ain't even calling me to say, hey, did you take your medicine? No, everything was like do it yourself or whatever. Like that's how virtual is basically you have to have the will to do it on your own. You don't want to leave outside of your house. You don't want to go into recovery. You want to do it virtual. So you're going to have to do it on your own. So that's exactly what I had to do. I had to tell them exactly what was going on. That the subs, I was allergic to them. I couldn't take them. The side effects was more bothersome. So I started with the Zubsolv, and that helped me with the withdrawals that I was having from the opioid. So I know that was a long one, but I hope that answered your question. The next one that I wanted to address was this one. So you mentioned that you had health issues and you had relapsed. I definitely get that. Like, I was having all type of issues as well, and I continue to do it. It ain't stopped me. Continue to relapse, but I'm glad to hear that you are now doing good. I'm happy to hear that you're doing good now. That's amazing. I love to hear these stories that, I ain't the only one. I'm not the only one that had gone through this, and the people that I could talk to about this is y'all. Y'all get it.